There's no pressure, I'll be waiting, and I'll channel this energy so I can give you all of me. All of me. It's been 11 days and 11 nights, and I've been thinking about you constantly, and all the time. Maybe I'd even go down on my knees just to get to where you are and make you mine. I don't wanna rush it. Yeah. I just want you to trust it. You'll be fine. Give it time. There's no pressure. I'll be waiting, and I'll channel this energy so I can give you all of me. All of me. Spend a whole day, babe, I go a long way. Don't ever worry if you got me, 'cause you got me. All of the wrongs you've had, I wanna make it right. Just one choice, I won't fight. If it doesn't fit, it's alright. It ain't my time. There's no pressure, I'll be waiting, and I'll channel this energy so I can give you all of me.
Grandma's hand clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played a tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Eyes in Grandma's hands soothe the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Oh, Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she'd say, baby, Grandma understands that you really love that band. Put yourself in Jesus' hands. Grandma's hands. Eyes in Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands picked me up each time I fell. Oh, Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She'd say, Matty, don't you whip that boy. What you wanna spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have Grandma anymore. If I get to heaven, I'll look for Grandma's hand.
Welcome to Hoodoo Heritage 13, Your House, Your Rules. Home should be a place of peace and tranquility. We never know what the day will bring when we walk out of our door. There are so many different stress things that are going on in our environment, in the world, and it's important to have a space that can reflect peace back to you. As true believers that internal peace is something that can't be touched without permission, it's important to have that same space that you can retreat to on a daily basis. The universe has created such turmoil, but our universe that we create can be based on who we are. And if it's not suitable for you, then there's changes that need to be made. But if it's not suitable for everybody else, that's okay, because it shouldn't be adjusted for other people. There is a boundary that many people forget to put in place between challenges and a need for validation, and the sanctuary that is your house can be easily put in jeopardy. When disasters or various life changes take place, we might find ourselves in situations where our space now includes many other people that we care about. And when this takes place, we do our best to make our people comfortable and accommodate them, and remember that they're going through a traumatic ordeal too. And with all of that acknowledgement, respect, and boundaries need to be maintained. You should not feel as though you are losing your space. Boundaries are key to keeping the peace, but they are difficult to maintain when challenges come up. Boundaries are difficult when you're not accustomed to enforcing them. When something belongs to you, truly, you determine the vibe and you dictate the rules. No one wants to be seen as being mean or anything like that, or being bossy, but we have to tend to run from being seen as stubborn or unmoving. But sometimes that's exactly what we need to be. Nothing feels worse than opening up your home out of the goodness of your heart only to be made uncomfortable in your home. Sometimes you can encounter a person that wants to complain about everything. They want you to change everything physically in your home because they don't like it that way. They don't like the way you decorated it. There can also be a person that has decided to help you to reorganize your shelves in your closets. And then some people show a lack of respect for your things, and they accidentally break everything that they touch. There are those that feel they can treat you like a child and talk to you any kind of way, even in your own home. And there always seems to be a person that doesn't understand the concept of hygiene and cleaning up behind themselves. All of these things are boundary issues. As you attempt to create something different in your home, remember that your home must flow according to your rules for it to remain tranquil space for you. I know that may seem harsh, and if somebody cannot respect your boundaries, they can leave your home. And if the situation, for some reason, doesn't allow them to leave, they have to abide by your rules. There's no getting around that respect for the boundaries of your home. Helping family and friends should not equal to a lack of peace for you. That's why we're here today. No one has the right to violate on purpose or by accident the sanctity of your home. As you know, home is a complex place and a concept, and it can mean different things depending upon where you are in your life and in your mind. Whether it's moving, renting a room, obtaining your dream home, ridding your living space of nuisances, and creating a peaceful environment. Your home and hearth can be a beautiful concept conceptually, putting it together. Peaceful, loving spaces from which you go out into the world from, on your way to meet your other goals. You see, we make love primarily at home, and some give birth to their children and then raise them there. Other people have animals as companions, and still others as solitary. And whatever the case it is, that you want your space to be sound and nurturing and a safe space from which you can create a charmed life. On the other side, for some, life is drained or even lost in the home. Domestic violence remains a very prevalent problem. Arguments come up between roommates, and discord can be between family members. And in these types of situations, you can find many answers in hoodoos, herbs, curios, invocation prayers, spells, and tricks, as just from other sources. Objects and substances that you may have looked upon as being mundane, like salt in a broom, can serve an important role in hoodoo. Home is a complete environment. It encompasses your yard, your entryway, your gates, your threshold, and your doorstep. No matter whatever stage that you're in, whether, like I said, whether you're moving, looking for a place to live, trying to rent out a space, setting up a new home, recharging your home magically, clearing and banishing unwanted entities or people from your home, so on and so forth. This is a process. So you have to take your time as you go. So pull out your pen and your hoodoo journal and make some notes, maybe perhaps even on sticky notes pads, so you can refer to them later for where you are and what matters most to you. So roll up your sleeves mentally and figuratively, and rest assured that the home is going to be a very important area of your hoodoo practice. Assessment number 1. What you want from your home. Do you ever dream of a place that is vastly different from where you are living now? Today is a day that you are going to go through your dream inventory regarding your home and garden. So, with your journal, jot down the basic shape of your dream. What are the outstanding features? Is it telling you to move or to do something where you currently live? Are you living the way that you want to, the way that you wish? Is your home peaceful? Every home is always a constant state of fluctuation and needs improvement. And making a list of the things that you could do to improve your domestic life. Make a commitment to do something positive today to change the charge of your home's energy. Assessment number 2, your living situation. Take an inventory of your living situation. And this could enable you to get a clear picture of your living situation and hopefully what it needs to be for you to be more suitable and happier. In your Hoodoo journal, write down the responses to the following questions. Number 1, starting outdoors. In one word, write down how your pathway home feels, your sidewalk leading up to your threshold. Number 2, what would you like to change about that path? Number 3, is it fortified with a good luck symbol? Like talisman, charms, and symbols that you can add or figure out that's a good luck. Number 4, and this is going to take a little while, go from room to room, taking your time to assess the feeling and the energy vibration in each one. Write down your assessments in your journal. Number 5, the color, the candles, the incense, specific herbs, and live plants can help charge and change the room. Decide what you want in those rooms. Okay, moving on. Have you, a friend or a family member, been pining away for a certain place to call home? We all do this from time to time. There's a certain apartment, a dream house, or a condo that you like. And if that's the case, why do you want to live there? If your dream home is a house, apartment, or a condo, take a picture of it. Or use a photo from online and print it out. When you do that, draw 9 circles around the location using a stick of charcoal. Draw the first circle going clockwise, and then the second going counterclockwise. And you're going to go doing that back and forth until you complete 9, okay? Now, if you're able to get to this location, put on some shoes and wet the bottom of the shoes. So like say, for instance, you're in a car, right? Make sure you have another pair of shoes. Before you get out the car and you arrive at this location where it's your dream home or whatever, that you want this particular space, wet the bottom of your shoes. Get a bottle of water or something and wet the bottom of your shoes. And then go walk around that building or that home or that condo. Just one time, just walk around it like in a circle, without looking weird. And then when you get back to your car, take off those wet shoes and put them in a bag. Okay? Then seal that bag with your wet shoes in it with a knot. When you get home, take that photograph or printout of your dream home and put it to a door or something, right? Take the dirt from the heels of the soles from those wet shoes and throw it at the photo, at the photo's door. Okay? So you're looking at the front and the picture is the door. Throw the dirt at the door. So that's one way. If the house or the apartment that you're looking at or condo is surrounded by concrete, just walk up, real discreet and get some of that dirt or dust from the sidewalk, you know, just a little bit, be discreet and put that in the bag. And then go home and do that. Okay? That's number one. Number two, you can do a mojo for financial constraints, being that the finances are blocking you from getting the house that you want because you ain't got the bread for it. You can use that with lodestone. So you're going to need to get a bowl, put some parchment paper in the bowl, get some magnetic sand. If you have some Hoyt's cologne, that's cool. If you don't, use Florida water. Make sure that you get one male lodestone and one female lodestone. And then whatever bag that you want to use, if you want to use red flannel or whatever type of bag that you're going to cinch up, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle the Hoyt's cologne on top of the magnetic sand in the bowl, or Florida water on top of the magnetic sand in the bowl. And you're going to cover that with parchment paper. Okay? And then you're going to take some of that and you're going to sprinkle that on top. After you mix it up, you're going to sprinkle that on top of the lodestones. Okay? Then you're going to take those lodestones and you're going to put it inside of your red flannel bag or a cinch bags, and you're going to tie that real tight. And whenever that scent gets too faint to smell, you can recharge the stones with that type of same mixture, the magnetic the magnetic sand. And then you're going to put some more Florida water in it, do that little mixture, and then sprinkle it over your lodestones and cinch the bag back up. Make sure that you set your intentions that you're making a wish concerning your dream home. Be specific about the amount of money so you can afford it. And this little thing works best with a request that you consider reasonable for your financial situation. You feel me? Everybody's got to pull their weight. If it's something out of your bounds, once you get this spot and you can't hold on to it because you ain't got enough bread, that ain't it for you. Be reasonable. Let's move over to brooms. Either you have your own personal broom that you made, or if you buy one, there are many paths that use brooms in their rituals and ceremonies for spells and so on and so forth. And hoodoo is just one of them. Brooms and broom-like tools are visible throughout the African diaspora, attesting to their importance. They are used for cleansing and banishing negative spirits. Also, jumping the broom. That comes from the dark past of slavery. It was a practice that you use to, or you can help others to use, and it was done in the antebellum South during enslavement. Black people were not allowed to get married. But like everybody else, they wanted to and deserved to carry out their wishes. And knowing the power of the broom and seeing that as a representative of going from one area to another, being wild and unfettered, and then going into domesticality. The broom is a perfect tool to use to symbolize marriage. And your commitment is sealed using a tool that is not only symbolic of the home and domesticality, but also it can implement that inspires so many different things, either in awe or being feared. You feel me? There is a great deal of folk tales connected to brooms and broom straw. Here are some of the things that brooms are known for. First and foremost, you have to respect your broom. That means keeping it clean and not letting it touch the ground when it's not in use. I'm not talking about your regular broom that you use. I'm talking about your special broom. You can't let it touch the ground when it's not in use. You can hang the broom up by adding a little hemp tie to the top of the handle or simply rest it on the wall upside down. You do not sweep garbage outside the door of your home unless you have further rituals to do besides just sweeping. And that's because in West Africa and African American beliefs, eager and sometimes ill meaning spirits hang outside your door. And if you sweep crumbs or shit like that at your front door or at your back door, all you're doing is encouraging them and feeding them so they can keep carrying on with their mischief. And if you sweep outside, your luck goes out with it. Ashe? All right. So don't sweep by anybody's feet or even sweep when they're visiting because you're telling them that you want them to leave. And sweeping after the sun goes down will bring sorrow, discord, and bad luck to your home. When a broom falls across your door, it indicates that you will go to a distant area or foreign land. And if that happens, don't approach the broom directly. Instead, walk backwards to it, just like you would do a spirit, and then pick it up. Here's another thing. These are all things that, back in the day. But some of them, can be used today. So to chase someone's bad vibes from your home, you throw salt on the pathway that they took to get to your door and then sweep behind them so they won't return. Okay, so a broom can play an important role in your moving and settling in. Who enters the home first? Your broom does. And you can do this in several ways. Just make sure that you do it. You're going to tuck your long handled broom under your arm with the bristles facing forward. Be sure that the broom enters the threshold before you do. Or You can throw the broom into the house through a window or a door before you go in. Why are we doing this? It sounds crazy. Because you are engaging the broom's abilities to be the arbitrator of peace and good fortune. If there are arguments in your house, you carry the broom outside and wait a few minutes. Re-enter after having thrown it in through a door or window first, or by carrying it under your arm, just like I told you before. There's different ways that you can charge up your broom, and it can enhance the different abilities. There are different things that can be sprayed on your broom straw, or you can dip the broom into a bowl that's containing them. The first thing would be rose water. Roses calm your nerves and make your environment energized yet peaceful. Roses are one of the most highly touted flowers for their ability to tap into the spirit and address matters of the mind. Number two, lavender water. Lavender gives off a gender neutral scent that is uplifting to either sex. And it's also known as an antidepressant. And this can be useful for changing the energy in your home. You can dip your broom into lavender water if you want to move the mood in your home from dark to light. And this is pretty good to do when the seasons change or when somebody moves out your house. Holy water. That is a heavy duty spiritual potion that is best reserved for serious illnesses, hauntings, or immovable situations. Lemongrass. Lemongrass brings the spirit of nature into your home. It's the brightening and the light in spirit. And this is another solution to reach to improve the mood in your home. It's also good for a moving in scent or potion because it allows you to clear the vibes of anybody who lived there before, whether it's a tenant or owner, from its space. Orange flower water is sweet and bright, and orange flower water is very beloved in Africa and the diaspora. It is appreciated for being pleasing to the ancestors and the spirits. And it can also help that you need from the spiritual realm for confidence building, whether it is on a date or a special event that you're going to have in your house. Naturally, Florida water. Florida water is another one that is definitely renowned to please the spiritual realm, because it entices spirits, deities, Orisha, and ancestors to have to bring in a pleasant environment. Cleansing your home, spiritual cleansing. This can be done bright and early in the morning, so you can awake at sunrise. Remember what they always say, get up before the other side gets up, right? To do your work. So you can counteract whatever they do. So if you get up early in the morning, begin by putting some Van oil on your pulse points in your third eye. The Van oil is to open the way and help you see things the way that you want your atmosphere to be in your home. Meditate with this while the sun is rising and your van oil is fresh and fragrant, and the power of the sun will have a remarkable effect on your body, your mind, and your spirit as you work. Meditate for at least 10 to 15 minutes or longer. It depends on how you would like to do. Light some Nag Champa incense in the first room where you will work. And this room should be either the living room or the bathroom. And as you move from room to room, carry that incense with you. Let the sweet fragrance bless your space in each room as you work. Turn on some mood music to set the tone and energize your work. Close your eyes, breathe in a common manner. Focus on your third eye. See which broom potion your spirit gravitates toward and dip your broom in it. Walking backward, clear the floor of any debris and vibes in the room where you are working. And make sure that you repeat these same steps in each room. Spruce up your house. Put out some bright, fresh flowers in your home. Ashe? All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? Saging. We talked about this before. There's different types of smudger sticks and difference that you can utilize to help you cleanse your home. Sagebrush. Usually used for treating colds. Spiritually, sage, as you know, is a protective of the spirit. It also has antiseptic and tonic qualities to aid in our energy levels. Mugwort is an alternative to sage, and it's conducive to burning as a smudging incense. In addition to these native herbs, some people use lavender, hyssop, rosemary because they're known as holy plants and they're very fragrant. Make sure when you're smudging to open up your doors and windows for good ventilation. Light your smudge stick, tap out the flame, carry the smoking wand north, east, south, and then west through each room. Smoke the corners as well. Some people like using a bird feather to spread the smoke as they travel. I use a turkey feather, but that's up to you. Or you can use your cupped hand as well. It doesn't matter, you know. Tomato. Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a very old stick of wood. I call it holy wood. It comes from the same type of trees that you would get your frankincense and myrrh resin from. And many people in need of energy healing who have fallen under the influence of misfortune. The mystical Palo Santo tree is useful for those people. Palo Santo can be traced back to the Incas. It encourages deep relaxation. It's an energy healer whose third eye is open and then stimulated by the ancient woodsy smell of a Palo Santo can cure those who suffer. The incense of the Palo Santo typically used in South America, grows readily on the coast and in the forests of Peru. There's a lot of different practices and rites and rituals and ceremonies that the Incas did, containing this age old wisdom from thousands of years ago. The fumes and the smoke captured and ground negative energy, and it's returned back to the universe, transformed into healing light. Even unlit, Palo Santo is a sacred object that is placed in your home wherever you choose. The smell of the Palo Santo activates your astral body as well. Its scent opens up your physical and spiritual space. And with these portals open, gifts of prosperity and good fortune flood in, and healing energy takes hold. When you utilize your Palo Santo incense, you use it, like I said, primarily for cleansing and clearing. It's a higher vibration than sage. And by working on all the physical and astral components of your body, this incense also balances your chakra energy, enabling peace and luck to prevail. And then you will burn it. All right. It will smolder. It's not going to burn. You're going to hold it at a 45-degree angle away from your body, light it, and then let the fire die out. It's going to take probably several types of, because you got to get a good burn to the back of the stick in order for it to go, because it does go out quickly. Let's talk about these pennies from heaven. You should have plenty of pennies on hand for your hoodoo work, not only for yourself, but for all of those people that you may be helping or share with. You could start a collection of pennies. Some of us already do this. You just need a huge, not a huge, but a large vessel to hold them. Usually glass works the best. And once you have containers filled with pennies that you can get from your car, your wallet, your purse, every time you get pennies, quickly deposit them into your glass jars. And while they're waiting to be used, their copper energy will have a positive charge to your home. You see, bright and shiny pennies are pleasing to the ancestors and spirits in the home. They can use them even when you think that they can't, or you can't. Another thing that you can have in your home is your ancestral altar. Let's talk about salt. Salt is a material found in our homes. It's very rare that nobody ain't got no salt in their house. And it can be used for so many different things in hoodoo. And salt is so celebrated that it can stand in place of holy water when mixed with water. Salt holds a high place on multiple paths. Hoodoo was just one. Salt can be used to bring peace and to welcome or deter guests from ever returning. So when it comes to magical salt, you can go outside, starting in the north, go to each of the 4 directions and leave 1 tablespoon of salt on the outside of your home. Start in the north corner and continue to go in those directions. On the inside of your house, you can do the same. And that will make the occupants beside you feel that they need to move. If they don't belong there. Or maybe if you want to rent out a room, you can put some salt water in the center of the room and then dress several white taper candles with bergamot essential oils and burn the candles next to the salt water. And that's an old-fashioned New Orleans hoodoo good charm. Good luck charm. If somebody tries to break into your home, you can throw salt in the four corners and evoke either the Father, Son, or the Holy Spirit, or the Trinity of whatever path that you're on. You can sprinkle salt on the doorstep to prevent quarrels and bring domestic peace and a quiet atmosphere to your home. If some people come to your house who you don't like, you can put your magical broom upside down in the corner and then get 3 handfuls of Epsom salt or regular salt and place it in the four corners of the house by throwing it bit by bit. They won't come back. I love it. I'm horrible. I know. Let's see. Is there anything else that we can go over? No, that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing on today. I hope that was a little eye-opening. The next time we meet, we're going to be talking about roads to success, okay? All right. Ashe and deep bow to each and every one of you. Be well, stay safe. Ashe and deep bow. And I shall see you all very, very soon.